Hello and welcome to the 2024 Sawyer Motors Car Show. I'm Dan Pisani.
And I'm Kieran DeFino.
And we are so happy to be bringing you some of the memories from the Sawyer Motors Car Show over the 20 years that we've had it right here in the village of Saugerties.
Yes, we are here at the beautiful Diamond Mills Hotel to celebrate what might just be the greatest little car show in the entire world.
Without further ado, let's look back on some of the places, some of the people, and most importantly, some of the cars that have made the Sawyer Motors Car Show so special to the Saugerties community.
We're outside of our studio, and some may say we're outside of our area of expertise. You may be right, but we're going to go for it anyway. Every year, Sawyer Motors puts on the best little car show in the Northeast, and this year we decided to share it with our viewers.
We are in front of such an impressive assortment of motor vehicles that maybe even Jay Leno, Reggie Jackson, and the great Michael Jordan would be envious.
Since it's a special edition and it's summertime, let's go casual for the rest of the episode.
I agree.
Ketchup and mustard, peanut butter and jelly, the Dallas and Exchange Corner. Name a more iconic duo than the Dallas Exchange Corner here in the Sawyer Motors Car Show.
How about Bob and Larry Siracusano?
Hey, speaking of Bob, has anyone seen Bob? Should we throw it to Bob now, see what he's up to?
I think we should. Let's throw it to Bob.
First of all, let's talk about the stress. Most of my stress is created by the people who work for me. Ray Tucker, George Sisco, my brother Larry, my son, and then of course Macy. That's where the stress comes from, right? If I didn't have the stress, just think what I really could do. This could be a 2-day event coming up, you know what I'm saying? This could be, or we could even go to a 3-day event. But they put me so much stress that they put so much pressure on me that everything falls on my shoulders and I got so much to do and I just can't do it all. But let's talk about something else. Yes, you talk about nostalgia. That's important to me because what I like about that is I like to see these old cars that have been put in barns, come out of barns, and get created to something new again. Something new that it almost takes where it turns into, like I call it, a trailer queen. Like when I see cars that come here from many miles away, that got trailered, the trailer gets dropped off at the lumberyard, and they bring their vehicle, and they tell me there was 4 or 5 years of workmanship in this vehicle, and I look at it, and it's just amazing how some people, what talents that people have, what they could really do on their own. And most of the stuff is done with family. It could be the son, it could be the daughter, it could be a relative, but they all put this car together by themselves, and it's just wonderful to see.
Today we're here on Partition Street where, as always, there are many people here enjoying everything that our local businesses have in the area, but on July 7th, this area is going to look pretty different.
That's right. On July 7th, the streets will be filled with tourists and spectators who are going to be enjoying our local businesses, the music, the ice cream, and most importantly, the cars.
brings family together. They talk about memories, and you be walking down and, oh, I had a 57 Chevy just like that, the same color. Look, hon, remember when we had this car back in the day when we first got married? Yes, I do remember. So it brings back memories, and it also, I think that it also plants seeds in people's mind to say that, let me see if I can do something like this. Let me see if I can bring something next year to the car show. Or possibly I could get something that I could restore, or it could be something that maybe, you know what, I'm just going to go out and buy something like I normally do, and it's done, and I bring it, I show it off, and once I'm done showing it, then I move on to something else.
When I stand here at the corner of Market and Main here in town, I can only think of Larry Sircusano. Organizing this event, moving and parking all of the cars like a fine conductor of a grand orchestra, like John Williams himself.
And I can't help but imagine that in another 20 years, it'll be where the Bob and Larry Sircusano statue is visible for all in Saugerties to see.
Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and open, we'll meet again. Boom, ding dong, ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang. Oh, whoa, whoa, dip, a bip, a dip, oh, life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you, life would be a dream, sweetheart.
Every time I look at you, something is alright. If you do what I want you to, maybe we'll be so high.
Oh, life could be a dream. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom, the only darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and hope we'll meet again. Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
I feel like we had a head start getting our permits as we got old enough to drive. We were sitting in cars at the Sawyer Motors Car Show way back in the day, getting the chance to see some of these impressive vehicles up close and personal.
I'm here with Rod and Barbara. Guys, can you guys tell me a little bit about your car?
It's a 63 Chevrolet Biscayne. It's kind of a rare car. There's mostly Impalas around. And it has a 350 engine in it with a 350 turbo transmission. Everything's been changed in the car. The car has a custom paint job, as you can see, with disc brakes in the front and 16-inch wheels.
The interior was done by Gillen in Middletown, New York.
Now, I see this car has a very interesting color. Is there a story behind this? It reminds me a lot of maybe a creamsicle or something.
We have a sign that says creamsicle in the back. You're right. I didn't paint the car. I bought it painted. So I don't know. I know it was painted in Myrtle Beach. That's all I know. It's a custom paint job. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your car.
This car is a 1969 GTO. In 1969, they made like 6,400 what they call the Judge Option GTO. They're it's a rare car. There's not that many around. It's higher horsepower than the normal GTO. It's close to 400 horse, and it's just a very fun car to drive, and people really enjoy it.
This display that you see on the wall is probably the best thing that I could show about the car dealership. When you look at all the events that we do in our community, starting off with the first car show in 2004, where we had no sponsors, we only had one band. But when you jump from there to 2007, you can see the growth of, now we have 3 bands, more sponsors, and then you go higher and higher as time goes on. You just see more. You see the main street, Petition Street is filled nothing but with people. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. We got all kinds of people, all kinds of cars. And this picture was taken, I believe we were up on the roof of the Exchange Hotel when this picture was taken. So as you can see, of all these car shows that we had, I have a poster for everyone, especially the two-day event that we did that turned out to be so fantastic. These other posters that we have here are just, they could be like Diaz events that we put together. We have high school events that we put together. We have local fundraisers that we put together. But these are all events that I'm very proud to show off by saving the poster and putting it on a wall of Sawyer Motors dealership.
Classic cars, classic music. Elvis can never be too far behind.
Coming to the car show?
Well, my husband has his car in the show, and we just enjoy seeing all the different kinds of cars. He likes to be able to show it off once a year here.
I like coming to hang out with my friends, and I also like the car too, and seeing all the other ones because they're pretty cool.
I just like to show my car off a little bit, and I just like seeing all the cars out on the street.
Tell me a little bit about your car.
It's a 1972 Plymouth Duster. I bought it almost 2 years ago. It's purple. It's actually called Plum Crazy. And it's just a lot of fun to drive.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I'm here with Tom right now with his amazing car right here. Tom, can you tell me about your car?
Yeah, that's it's an all-steel 1934 Plymouth. It's got a Chevy drivetrain in it, 350 Chevy motor with a 350 turbo transmission, 48-inch rear end. I've had it for about 14 years, and I've come to the show every year, and it's a wonderful day. It's a great day here.
So, if you come to the show quite often, what do you think of the show?
I think it's fantastic. The band's on every corner, and the fact that the Boy Scouts sell the water and it's $1, and the pizza and all that kind of stuff on the streets. When you go to some of the bigger shows like Syracuse and Rhinebeck and stuff like that, you go broke there, getting something to drink and something to eat. So this one's completely charity. I'm a donator of a little bit more. So and they recognize that, and they appreciate that, and I think it's great that it's always for charity.
In 2004 was our first event where I went to the mayor. Bob York was the mayor at the time, and I told him that I want to shut the village down, and he said, for what? And I says, I want to do a car show, and he took it to the board, and they approved it, and the first year we gave a check for $3,000 for the Boys and Girls Club, and I believe that was the only check, and then it just grew from there. The best year we ever had was 2 years ago, when we were able to give away well over $100,000 to charity, and we took care of 2 children with cancer, and it was just a great day to do that.
One of the most important parts of the Sawyer Motors Car Show is how much they donate to local community organizations such as the Saugerties Lions Club and the Boys and Girls Club, and events like Hope Rocks.
And this year is a landmark year for the Sawyer Motors Car Show, giving back $1 million and keeping this money local in the Saugerties community. The Sawyer Motors Car Show is a great event every year with great cars, great people, And a lot of that greatness is celebrated right here in the Reese parking lot through some of the awards and the check distributions that happen, celebrating some of the most impressive vehicles on display at the car show. And it brings back a lot of memories for me.
Oh, absolutely. We've met some fantastic people here. People like the Governor, Andrew Cuomo, and Paulie Jr. Some fantastic people always come through the event.
Some of the memories that come to mind for me are some of the hot bands that have been on display, along with many of the hot rods here at the Sawyer Motors Car Show. I remember when we took a hot air balloon ride. We had a great view of the entire event over at the Kiwanis Ice Arena. So most specifically, I remember the landing part. That was a bit of a relief, if I do say so myself. And how about the hot dog eating contest? I mean, you talk about professional athletes. There has always been nothing but great entertainment here at the Sawyer Motors Car Show.
I love it dearly, and I'm deeply appreciate it, and I'm happy to be here once again in Saugerties.
I think it's a great event. Lots of beautiful cars out here. I'm a car guy. I got a 2012 Mustang California Special. Love it. Love seeing all the Mustangs, all the old cars, the rat rods, everything, and it's great for all the community to come out and participate. Everybody gets together.
We come up here and see what kind of cars and what kind of event that's going on up here.
Have you ever yourself entered any vehicles into a car show such as this?
No, I have never. Usually I just come up and look. I have a 48 Buick Fastback we started coming up with, and then we decided it'd be better to take the Mercedes up here just because of the rain. So, but we figured we'd just come up and look and see what's here, you know.
And the world is that you just don't realize. It's time to roll now. I got a making hand. Sure you do. I'll hand her the car keys. She helps me to bed. And that's when I tell her, I'll say, my darling, you were wonderful tonight. Yes, my Macy, you were wonderful tonight. We love you, Macy.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Probably
you.
better watching her watching us.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, tell
Fantastic.
him.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, I think I know.
Thank you.
I'm going to take...
That's fantastic.